do have to answer you first.
Are you ready
You
to experience NXT
Oh.
on the midweek wrap-up?
You sure?
Because we opened up NXT with the Patrick Clark experience.
We did indeed. With his third eye sunglasses.
Better than Anthony Bennett's double light-up glasses on his head.
True. At least these make sense.
Yeah.
If you believe in having a mind's eye or a third eye or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, there's no such thing as hair eyes.
It's okay. Tony Nese took care of it for you.
No, thank you, Tony Nese. You're on my forever top 5.
Patrick Clark. The Patrick Clark experience took on Sean Maluta, who was also from the Cruiserweight Classic. And they had a good.
Good way to segue that in.
Yeah, it was a good, simple opening match to NXT. Sean Maluta got a couple of shots in, and we saw kind of a progression through the character of Patrick Clark. He starts off very gentle, starts off very posy, and then
he goes from flamboyant to fierce.
Yes.
It's like a Lady Gaga album.
Wait, that isn't a Lady Gaga album?
The Patrick Clark experience? No.
No, I meant flamboyant to fierce.
Probably not the name of one.
Oh, okay. Maybe a song. I don't know. I don't listen to that much Lady Gaga. But yeah, no, I appreciate his progression through matches. Once you start pissing him off, he'll just hit you really freaking hard. Or he'll throw you across the ring. Or if you try to sweep his legs, he'll hit you with a double leg famouser, which is how he beat Sean Maluta.
Yeah.
Will that be his finisher? Maybe.
Better than last time he was on getting obliterated by Shinsuke for no apparent reason.
Well, because Shinsuke was
mad.
Yeah.
And he decided to come to the ring.
Shinsuke felt intimidated. I don't know.
All the dead security guards were like warning label enough.
Sometimes you just gotta learn for yourself. We had Sanity say a few words about their issues with Ty Dillinger. Eric Young saying that Ty Dillinger is a sickness that needs to be gotten rid of from the world, and if they can't do that,
the only cure is more cowbell.
No, he's a sickness, not a fever.
Oh.
I mean, it could be a fever.
Yeah. Thai fever. Fever.
He either needs to be gotten rid of, or if that doesn't work, they'll have to burn the whole world, because everyone chants 10, and it's taking the world over.
It's true.
It is. I mean, they do it in indie shows now.
Yeah.
They do it everywhere. That's a thing.
It's really become an epidemic.
The 10 chant, the yes chant. It's everywhere.
And we had our back fun now going, please.
Well, once SmackDown starts giving them, I mean, I'll even take it if they want to, if people just want to keep buying selfie sticks. If that's what it takes to start Fandangoing again, we'll go the whole.
Can you imagine if you put 2 styrofoam hands on the ends of 2 selfie sticks, and then you Uber,
there you go.
That'd be Uber dongoing.
That would be Breezongoing.
Yeah, that's true.
There you go. Anyway, back to NXT. We had Asuka defending the NXT Women's Championship against #1 contender Peyton Royce.
I really enjoyed this match.
Peyton Royce really proved herself in this match. She has got a ton of talent.
Yeah, I like Peyton Royce. I've always liked Peyton Royce.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think she got stuck in the sidekick portion of their duo because Billie Kay came first.
Yeah, she was the very prominent one.
She debuted first. She had the first jaunt up to the main roster to lose.
Yeah, she was on SmackDown once.
And it was a slightly more high profile prior to being signed by WWE. So I felt like it was a great chance because we don't see Peyton Royce in a lot of one-on-one matches.
Yeah.
She has they're few and far between, and she's mostly relegated to being in tag team matches with Billie Kay.
Yeah.
So I think she really took the opportunity to be like, hey, watch what I can actually do by myself.
What helped is I think Billie Kay didn't get involved all that much.
Yeah.
And, you know...
pep talking.
Yeah, she was out there as a coach to Peyton Royce. She didn't really get involved with Asuka at all. She stayed in her corner, and she was just there to coach. So the fact that Peyton had the chance to do this entire match on her own, without heel tactics, nothing happening, and just her being her and doing what she could against Asuka, she benefited a lot from that.
Yeah.
On the other hand, she didn't benefit from it, because if Billie Kay had gotten involved, maybe she would be the NXT Women's Champion.
It's true.
But there's only so many things you can do before Asuka locks in the Asuka lock, and you tap the fuck out.
Yeah, I like that they've had Peyton Royce playing this match very smart.
Yes.
You know, like focusing on potentially nulling the Asuka lock by trying to like separate Asuka's shoulder.
Yes, yeah, that was definitely the focal point of most of the attacks.
Obviously didn't work because Asuka was still able to lock the Asuka lock on. That was my one thing, is I kind of wish they would have gone with a different finish rather than the Asuka lock. Have Asuka hit one of her like roundhouse kicks.
Yeah.
Or something else like a dragon suplex or something, as opposed to using the injured appendage to win the match.
Yeah. It did make sense with what happened post-match, because obviously if you're going to hit one of those roundhouse kicks, that's going to keep Peyton Royce down.
Yeah.
But after the match was over, Billie Kay did get involved, where her and Peyton Royce continued to attack Asuka, tried to injure the shoulder further by shoving her into the post, and then wrapping her arm around the turnbuckle. But Ember Moon came down to the ring, saved Asuka, and essentially a challenge was made, as Asuka, appreciating the help, still postured up to Ember Moon, raised the title in the air, and I do believe we have our WrestleMania weekend women's match for NXT TakeOver.
Potentially. I mean, they could do it earlier.
They could do it earlier.
Because, the match that everybody was certain was going to happen at TakeOver Orlando is happening in 2 weeks.
That's true.
At the CFE Arena.
Yeah, the CFE Arena. This was the final taping at Full Sail. The next set of tapings are all from the CFE Arena in, I believe, also in Orlando, where in 2 weeks Bobby Roode will finally, is this it?
This will be his first.
This is his second match, but his first title defense since winning the title. He will defend against Cassius Ohno.
Yeah.
And a week prior to that, next week we get the in-ring return of Shinsuke Nakamura, since getting injured at NXT TakeOver San Antonio, and potentially Wolfgang. We had a vignette, but there was nothing attached to it. It was just like, here's Wolfgang.
Yeah.
We don't know why. So, Wolfgang might be at one of the next tapings.
Yeah.
We know that Nakamura will be, and so will Bobby Roode and Cassius Ohno. But then in our main event, we had the NXT Tag Team titles on the line as the Authors of Pain defended against DIY. A rematch from NXT TakeOver San Antonio. A great rematch from NXT.
It was a good rematch. It was a good match. I kind of liked seeing the Authors of Pain on the defensive.
Yeah, it was
for the first time, and really
much more DIY heavy this time.
Almost I don't know why, but they seemed almost in disarray. They came out and they were strong early on, the big early onslaught, but Gargano and Ciampa took over, and it just seemed like the Authors couldn't recover.
Yeah, I think what it was is they expected, okay, we beat these guys already, so we know we can beat them. Now, I think they might have taken the champion's advantage too close to heart and didn't realize how much ferocity that DIY was going to come at them with. Because, sure, they had a hell of a match with DIY last time, but they've never seen desperate DIY.
Yeah.
So DIY is able to really ramp up their ability to just destroy people if necessary. And that's what the Authors of Pain had to endure here. And yeah, there was a lot of a lot of DIY reversing the usual, oh, well, this is the end for so-and-so jobber tag team, but not so much for DIY. And it got to a point where DIY had the double submission that they've won multiple matches with. Most notably, that's how they won the NXT tag titles from the Revival. But
speaking of
the Revival decided they were going to get involved in the match, attacked DIY, and then attacked the Authors of Pain, where they hit a Shatter Machine on Johnny Gargano, and then they hit the Shatter Machine on Akam, and left both teams laying. And the two-time NXT Tag Team Champions were the ones standing tall, walking away from a whole lot of chaos.
Takeover Orlando, man.
It's gonna be a triple threat.
3 times.
But they're not gonna win a third time. So I think we got a lot of build toward NXT Takeover here. A lot of really good build. I'm excited to see where it goes. We're just over 30 days away until WrestleMania, so that means we're only like 30 days or less till TakeOver. So, looking forward to that. I want to make mention, just because, it didn't take us too long to talk about NXT, the potential of who might be coming to WWE or potentially going back to the Indies with TNA losing so many people these last couple days.
Yeah. And even on top of that, but other people who've recently left Ring of Honor, too. One of the names that keeps running into the NXT radar is Kyle O'Reilly.
Mm-hmm. And
basically the only, detraction coming from that is Kyle O'Reilly wants to be Kyle O'Reilly.
Yeah.
And with the fact that, with the exception of a handful of other names, WWE seems to be reverting back to changing people's names again, which is
a little bit. Yeah, it seems like it goes in waves.
Yeah, because they left it alone for Eric Young and Bobby Roode and Austin Aries
and Gargano
and Roderick Strong, and then when they came back and they got Damo and Tommy End and Kimberly and Heidi Lovelace.
Did Kimberly get an NXT name?
I think she has one, but I don't know what it is.
Okay.
But changing their names back. Even though Tommy End did get to wrestle his one match at the UK tournament as Tommy End on TV.
He hasn't debuted as Aleister Black.
Not on NXT yet.
Right. I was trying to remember if that was his name.
Aleister Black and Damo is Killian Dane.
Yeah, Killian Dane. It's...
They went with some really dark themed names for those guys.
It's cool. It works. It's
evil.
That's usually a detractor for people, but you got to think someone like Kyle O'Reilly, I think could benefit from a name change, because Kyle O'Reilly isn't a name that's going to get you noticed. Especially, we talked about how plain he would look in WWE.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, ramping up the name might not be bad. Maybe a slight name change for someone like Donovan Dijak.
I think, and I've always been a big detractor of the one names.
Yeah.
When they changed Alexander Rusev to Rusev.
Antonio Cesaro
to just Cesaro.
Yeah.
Dijak is the guy who I think they could just name Dijak and get away with it.
That could work. Yeah, I can see that.
I like Donovan Dijak. I like the name because it has alliteration.
Yeah.
You don't see other wrestlers named Donovan.
Not often.
And he's a guy who I'd really like to see have a chance in WWE.
Yeah.
He's got the look. He's got the size. He wouldn't be huge compared to a lot of the WWE guys, but
he's got what Vince would look for he's the big hefty guy who can do anything he wants to do.
Yeah, so I think he'd be a great guy to see stop over in NXT and have a NXT mid card run before they bring him up to the main run. Sort of like another Baron Corbin, but a Baron Corbin who can backflip over the top rope.
Yes.
That Baron Corbin.
But from the TNA camp, we had Drew Galloway, we had the Hardys, We had Maria and Mike Bennett. Most recently, Mia Yim left. So there is a whole group of people, former WWE, never been WWE people out there in the ether that could very well show up at any time. And you got to think, Triple H has already talked about his interest in the Broken Hardys gimmick.
Yeah.
So that's potential. Maria didn't leave on
great terms.
Not on great terms, but I think she's really amped herself up. Plus, Mike Bennett is really great. He's been on the WWE radar before. Yeah. Him and Matt Taven both.
Bennett and Maria, I hope, go back to ROH.
Yes.
Because I'd really like to see potentially a Kingdom reunion, if you will.
I would love to see Matt Taven actually bring out the Kingdom and talk about how, this Kingdom is great. And then you have Adam Cole come out with the Young Bucks, and then you have Maria and Mike Bennett return with another partner or another two partners, and you kind of have like each member of the original Kingdom leading a new group.
Mike Bennett needs to come out and attack that one guy who doesn't look like he belongs in the Kingdom.
The tatted up,
the crazy dude.
I can never remember his name. He's weird. He had a weird addition to a promo recently too, and it's bad.
Yeah, Matt Taven and Mike Bennett need to beat him up. Mike Bennett can take his place back in the Kingdom.
Sure.
So it can be Mike Bennett, Matt Taven, and other Matt Taven.
Yeah. TK O'Ryan, he can stick around. He's cool.
Yeah. Matt Taven is just taking the Adam Cole spot, and then Matt Taven 2 is taking over Matt Taven's spot.
There you go. There's a lot of names we can see. I would love to see Mia Yim show up in NXT.
That'd be cool.
I think that would be killer.
I think if that happens, it's not going to be anytime soon. She's still a hot ticket on the indies.
True. Yeah, she's and with there's still a lot of female promotions that can probably push her better than NXT would. Yeah.
I mean, her and Leva as a team is a hot ticket item.
Right.
Matches between her and Rosemary, aka Courtney Rush, are
now I'm
highly lauded.
I'm pretty sure she's not with TNA anymore, so I could see her and Marty Bell teaming up on the Indies as well as a former TNA tag team.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of options for someone like her. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of throw that out, and we don't know where these names are going. We know that the Hardys are going to be stopping off in ROH, but they're not really attached to anything. And we know that the interest has been very high on the WWE side of bringing the Hardys back. So with WrestleMania just around the corner, who knows what could happen. But that's it for the midweek wrap-up. Thanks for watching, guys.
Don't forget to smash that button, comment, smash those buttons, subscribe, smash that button. Click the bell thing after you subscribe, smash that button.
You can also smash all of our links that are down in the description.
Yeah, smash them like a frat boy who got drunk and went to the wrong seedy part of the bar and found a tranny hooker.
Or you can just follow us on all the social media that's down there. You can tweet at us, you can Facebook us, you can Snapchat him, you can email us.
Yeah, send me a snap, homies.
You can use all of those, plus the comments down below, to talk to us about what you think is going on in the world of NXT. What do you think about these recent releases from TNA?
If you could handpick any one person off the indies to see debut in NXT, who would it be?
That's a good question. You can also check out this review along with Indie News, Raw Review, and Tuesday Night Live all in podcast form over on SoundCloud.
That link is down there.
And pretty soon you'll be seeing a whole lot more content show up over on Reasonable Wrestling Fans.
That's Reasonable to W. Like Wrestling.
Where we've been shooting a couple of extra videos. We got punishment videos. We got to get we got them backlogged. We got some other shows that
I just ordered Bugs on Amazon.
Ordered a what?
Bugs.
Oh, jeez.
Because that's one of the backlogged punishment videos is we still each have to eat a bug. They're big.
Great. I still have to get chopped by professional wrestlers, and he still has to do a promo with warheads in his mouth. So that'll be fun. Look forward to stuff like that. Let us know what other types of videos you want to see, whether it's challenges, other reviews, other discussions, let us know in the comments. Let us know on social media. But for now, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you at whatever video you decide to watch next.
Fuck TNA.
Fuck TNA.